Are you curious about the upcoming NOCK VR update arriving September 14th? Do you want to deep dive into the all-new levels feature and master it? You've come to the right place. This guide will walk you through all the intricacies of the NOCK update, providing clarity on leaderboards, grinding, and the exciting marathon mode. Let's get into the basics. First off, scoreboards. Scoreboards in-game are a way of showing off your skills for each level. There are two types of leaderboard, one near the world that you are about to enter and one at the bottom right of the world tree. The leaderboards near each of the worlds firstly shows a weekly leaderboard list, showing players who have gained the most amount of score on said world for each of the week. You can also select options for each of the lists, including highest score, least amount of arrows used, fewest falls, and fastest time. The leaderboard at the bottom right of the world tree shows player scores for each individual level. Options for each level's leaderboard include score, fastest time, and fewest arrows. The way leaderboards work is still a mystery, but from what I've found so far is that the least amount of arrows, falls, and the least amount of time spent equals a higher score. The more complicated the level is, the more score you gain out of it. Some things to note about scoring is that the way a score is calculated is different for almost every level. The best way to tell this is by looking at the ending screen after you complete the level. It will tell you things such as your total score, amount of arrows shot, falls, etc. The biggest thing to look out for when ending a level is the arrow penalty. This tends to be about 200 to 300 for the earlier levels, but can easily skyrocket to around 500 to 600 for the more difficult ones. One thing to note about levels is that only the amount of arrows that you shot on your finishing attempt are deducted from your total score. The best way to practice levels is by using the grinding area located in the bottom right of the world tree. Grinding is something you can do to practice your skills on certain levels. How to get into the grinding mode is to go into the board at the bottom right of the world tree. Select your level, then select grind at the bottom right. After selecting the grind mode, you will be transported to the world you selected, where you are allowed to do whatever you want. When practicing the level you chose, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You can mess around, take screenshots, things like that. Falls/time spent on a level will reset after the completion of a level. If you do complete the level and select continue, you will be brought back to the spawn of the level. Some things to note about grinding is that it doesn't show up on the global leaderboard. It's simply a way to practice the levels you chose. If you're looking for more of a challenge, however, look to the top of the world tree. Marathon is a world composed of every single other world levels in one, coming up to a total of 45 levels. Marathon is a way to test your skill with every level in one if you think you're up for the challenge. The NOCK VR update brings a world of opportunities and challenges for players. Understanding scoreboards, utilizing the grind mode, and conquering the marathon are key aspects of this update. Dive in, explore, and aim for the top of those leaderboards. The adventure awaits.